Hello and welcome students. I am Preeti Gupta and today I am going to teach you the next life process is transportation, in which I am going to discuss students the transportation in human beings. So now students, what is transportation? Transportation is a life process where substances synthesized or absorbed in one part of the body are carried to other parts of the body. Water and nutrients required for all metabolic activities should be transported in the body of plants and animals. Transportation in animal takes place through circulatory system, which includes blood, blood vessels and heart. Circulatory system includes blood, arteries, veins, capillaries, heart. I am going to discuss one by one. First, I am going to discuss blood. Blood is a connective tissue. It transports food, oxygen, and waste products. It consists of plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Plasma transports food, water, carbon dioxide, nitrogenous waste, etc. Red blood cells transports oxygen. White blood cells kills harmful microbes and protects the body. Platelets help in clotting of blood and prevents loss of blood during injury. Next, arteries, veins, capillaries. Arteries carry pure blood from the heart to all parts of the body. They have thick walled and do not have walls. Veins carry impure blood from the heart to all parts of the body. They are thin walled and have walls. Capillaries. Capillaries are very narrow blood vessels which connects arteries and veins together. The exchange of food, water, oxygen, carbon dioxide between the blood and cells takes place through the capillaries. Now, heart. It is a muscular organ which pumps blood to all parts of the body. It has four chambers. The upper chambers are called atria and the lower chambers are called ventricles. Since the ventricles pump blood to the different organs, its walls are thicker than the atria. The right and left chambers are separated by a septum. It prevents the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. The atria and ventricles have walls between them to prevent blood flowing backward. Now, the working of the heart, or we can say the circulation of blood. When the left atrium relaxes, oxygenated blood from the lungs flow into it through the pulmonary vein. When it contracts, the left ventricle expands and the blood flows into it. Then the left ventricle contracts and the oxygenated blood is pumped out through the aorta to all parts of the body. After circulating through all parts of the body, the deoxygenated blood enters the right atrium through the vena cava. When the right atrium contracts, the right ventricle expands and the blood flows into it. Then the right ventricle contracts and the blood is pumped to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is removed and oxygen is absorbed, and the oxygenated blood again enters the left atrium and the process repeats. Since blood flows through the heart twice in one cycle, this is called double circulation. A very important point, double circulation. Lymph, or we can say lymphatic system, which connects lymph. Lymph is a colorless fluid present in intercellular spaces. It is formed from the plasma which escapes from the capillaries. Lymph drains into lymphatic capillaries which forms lymph vessels and joins into large veins. Lymph transports digested fats and drains excess fluid from intercellular spaces back into the blood. It contains lymphocytes, which kills germs and protects the body. Now, the next point is the hearts of mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles, and fishes. The heart in mammal and birds have four chambers, and the right and left sides of the heart is separated by a septum. This prevents mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood and provides efficient supply of oxygen. This is necessary because they need more energy to maintain their body temperature. Next, the heart in amphibians and reptiles. The heart in amphibians and reptiles have three chambers and allows some mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood because they do not use energy to maintain their body temperature. Their body temperature is the same as the temperature of the surroundings. The heart in fishes. They have only two chambers and blood is oxygenated in the gills. So student, this is all about transportation in human beings. In the next class, I am going to discuss transportation in plants. Thank you.